But aren't you concerned, sir, that you are undermining the people's faith in the First Amendment, freedom of the press in this country, when you call stories you don't like fake news? Why not just say it's a story I don't like? When you call it fake news, you're undermining confidence in our news media.
Here's the thing.
Isn't that important?
I understand.
I'll play the clip in just a moment. The clowns over at the Counterfeit News Network, CNN, are claiming that when we call them fake news, that it's just as bad as using the N-word. And fake news journalist Katie Turd over at MSNBC, MSLGB-TV, claims that President Trump has weaponized the term fake news and is using it to attack our beloved mainstream media. Take it away, bozo!
Fake news is the worst thing that you can call a journalist. It's like an ethnic disparagement. We all have these ugly words for people. That's the one for journalists. And David, he just keeps doubling down when the facts don't favor his position.
You have no facts, and you are a total fraud. You're not even a news network. You're a propaganda network perpetuating liberal lies. Here's the same clown, Chris Cuomo, on his radio show, doubling down on his belief that the term fake news is the new N-word.
I see being called fake news as the equivalent of the N-word for journalists, the equivalent of calling an Italian any of the ugly words that people have for that ethnicity. That's what fake news is to a journalist. It is an ugly insult, and you better be right if you're going to charge a journalist with lying on purpose.
You mean like when the London Guardian defamed me and called me an alt-right commentator in this article and tried to lump me in with the KKK, only to retract it after I issued a cease and desist? Or like when the New York Times recently dedicated half of this article to me. As fake news spreads lies, more readers shrug at the truth. Or like just yesterday, when one of the biggest newspapers in Australia again defamed me, falsely claiming that I'm an alt-right commentator, and then issued a retraction and an apology after I sent them a cease and desist, telling them that if they didn't, they would get a defamation lawsuit for Valentine's Day. And then they not only removed me from the article and apologized, they also changed the headline. The article, The Washington Post, the Washington Compost, which I think coined the term fake news and started the fake news scare, is now admitting that their supposed war against fake news has backfired. Here's Katie Turd on MSNBC saying that President Trump has weaponized the term fake news.
The White House's credibility has been damaged by all of this, and you could argue...
No, it hasn't. I'm sorry. Stop lying, you fake news scum.
And that does not include how the White House has arguably weaponized terms like fake news to deflect from their mistakes or poorly handled situations.
No, it's more of a case of the mainstream media trying to label all conservative outlets and rising independent and alternative media platforms as fake news, when in reality, you are the fake news. You are the frauds. And that's why every day fewer people are watching propaganda outlets like CNN and MSNBC and are flocking to independent, alternative, and conservative news platforms like myself. This channel's getting now about 800,000 views a day, over 800,000 subscribers. It looks like half. Literally, many of my videos, which I'm making here in my kitchen, get more viewers than shows on CNN and MSNBC. You are failing, and you are frauds, and we're going to continue to pound more nails into your coffins until your careers are toast. I'm Mark Dice. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you're new, and check back here every day for new reports. And I'll see you soon.